Hi and welcome to CBN4's Primetime News Package for today. I'm the presenter, Alian Christopher. Let's take a look at the headlines for today. 100 Cubans ready to assist Dominica. Harder Education donates books to the Ministry of Education. And an Orion Academy student is the new Junior Minister of Tourism. Stay tuned for these and other stories when CBN4's Primetime News Package returns. We'll be right back.
Sweet talk, dear man, never lot of that. Yes, sir. You don't know it's your boy Trilogy, urging everybody, young and old, to stay strong and stay healthy. You don't know we're doing it for 2018. Boom.
Welcome back. Christy August of the Orion Academy is Dominica's new Junior Minister of Tourism. She won the title in a keenly contested battle at the Tourism Youth Congress held on May 10, 2018 at the Alliance Française de la Dominique. The other contenders for the coveted title were Zinelli Vital of the Convent High School, Fanny Gregoire Globensky of the Dominica Grammar School, Esha Baptiste of the Goodwill Secondary School, and Gayodena Desiree of the Pierre Charles Secondary School. The students presented their ideas on how virtual reality technology can be used as a tourism promotion tool, how Dominica can capitalize on health and wellness product offerings to visitors, and how Dominica can build back better after natural disasters. August edged out the other contenders for the coveted title with a total of 202.5 points, followed closely by Fanny Gregoire Globensky of the Dominica Grammar School with 201 points and Zinelli Vital of the Convent High School with 195 points. The students were judged on preparation, knowledge of the subject, presentation skills, relevant content, and appropriate use of audio-visual aids, delivery, and poise. As Junior Minister of Tourism, August will represent Dominica at the Caribbean Organization's Tourism Youth Congress, carried for October 1st to the 5th, 2018 in the Bahamas. A financial contribution will be made to August and the Orion Academy in recognition of their success at the Tourism Youth Top 3 students of the Tourism Youth Congress. The top 3 students received various electronic gadgets as prizes, which included wireless headphones, wireless speakers, and portable chargers. A total of 100,000 Eastern Caribbean dollars towards the reconstruction of CALS, the center where adolescents learn to love and serve, has been donated by Range Developments. The handing over ceremony took place at a CALS in Portsmouth. The CALS building suffered some damages due to the passage of the Category 5 hurricane, which devastated the entire country on September 18th. Development Director of Range Developments, Kamal Shihada, announced that construction will first start with the replacement of the roof at CALS.
To start this work, and as I said, it's only the start. I want to thank Pacific Hope that they will be joining us in this effort. I know that the amount have been paid, and I hate to say it because whatever money can buy is so cheap, is not enough, or will be enough. That's why we are adding more resources. I met with them, and they have a great team who are giving good work to the island and helping people. So they will be joining with you. Instead of getting labor, pay for labor, they will be erecting the roofs here. And I think they are very, very professional in this thing. Nevertheless, what I hope to see and what I wish to see, to come and see our students or our guys here and their families working. Both, all of them are working.
Meantime, Mayor of Portsmouth, Titus Francis, expressed gratitude on behalf of the Portsmouth residents for this contribution from Range Developments.
When occasions like that come around, we have to really say there's hope.
Yes.
And I would personally want to say thanks on behalf of the people of Portsmouth to Range Development for such a significant contribution towards CAUSE. CAUSE has a noble call, and the effort, the attempt at giving our young people another opportunity at life, another opportunity for education, is something that all of us should cherish and, where possible, make a contribution as well.
CAUSE is a non-profit organization based in Portsmouth, Dominica, with over 20 years of existence here on the island. In the government's continued thrust to address the need for safe and resilient housing for families directly affected by the passage of Hurricane Maria, the Ministry of Housing and Lands, in collaboration with the government of the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela, is funding the construction of new housing initiative and the rehabilitation of the petrol casas at Lily Valley, Trafalgar. As such, the official contract signing ceremony for the home repairs and reconstruction of the Lily Valley Petrol Casa housing scheme will be held on Friday, the 25th of May 2018 at the Lily Valley Basketball Court. The government of Dominica is very grateful for the support and cooperation of the residents who will benefit from these projects, as well as the government and people of the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela. And stay tuned, we'll be back with more news right after this break.
Sweet talk, dear man, never lot of that. Yes, I. You don't know, it's your boy Trilogy, urging everybody, young and old, to stay strong and stay healthy. You don't know we're doing it for 2018. Boom.
Sweet talk, dear man, never lot of that. Yes, I. You don't know, it's your boy Trilogy, urging everybody, young and old, to stay strong and stay healthy. You don't know we're doing it for 2018. Boom.
And welcome back. 100 Cuban workers will soon arrive in Dominica to begin works here on the island as the country continues to rebuild after being knocked down by a Category 5 hurricane 8 months ago. Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit thanked the Cuban ambassador, the President of Cuba, and the government of Cuba for finalizing the Cuban workers who will be coming to Dominica. The Prime Minister stated that the Cubans are ready to come to Dominica. He also mentioned that the 4 engineers will be here in Dominica next week as the government of Dominica continues to finalize with the Venezuelan government to assist in the transportation of the first 85 Cubans to Dominica.
We have sent the resources into village councils. Normally, as the Minister of Finance, under normal circumstances, I would not put in so much money, and the Director Audit always do so. So I have been cautioned by the Director Audits in previous, and I've carried through that advice that we should not put too much money at one time into the councils.
Yes.
Because they were not structured to administer and to manage these large sums of money. But in the circumstances, we felt it was necessary to provide the resources to the village council so that it could reach the people as quickly as possible, and more people, so that it is not bogged down by the bureaucracy of the public service. Obviously, we have been putting systems in place to ensure the proper accounting and administration of the resources, because every dollar has to be accounted for and must be accounted for properly.
Skerritt's hope that with the presence of the Cuban citizens that more people will be seen benefiting in a quicker period of time. He also called on the contracting firms in Dominica who believes that they are not being engaged for one reason or the other to contact the government of Dominica. He said the government needs every single contractor who can put up roofs properly engaged. The God's Family House of Prayer in Newtown, a church headed by evangelist Peter R. Augustine, have decided as a church community to impact the community as much as it can. The church also announced a decision to adopt the Newtown Primary School. A monumental donation of school supplies were presented to the school by the church.
As a past principal, I'm very concerned about education. And since we are in the Newtown community, we have decided to adopt the school and do whatever we can to help the students. To this end, we got some stuff from school, packages and what have you, from Houston, Texas, from our friends and family. And we brought some to the school as a means of encouraging the children. But more than this, and I think maybe more important than every other thing, is that we decided to adopt the school, to be there for them, to assist them in whatever way we can. As I said, as a past principal, I think I'd like sometimes to go and just to minister to the children, pray for them, meet their needs if we can. But we have also decided to pay a staff member to teach the children, or let me put it this way, the slower learners of the school. And so we feel this is a way of returning to the community and being a part of the community where we function and operate.
More should be done by the church to impact the community positively.
In that business for such a long time, I believe we as a church and as a community within any village, I think the church should do more than just ministering the word. Now, don't misunderstand me. The ministering of the word is extremely important, and that is the most important thing or role that we can play. But outside of this, we cannot isolate ourselves from the community. And when there are things to be done and we as a church community can do it, I think we should do it. Showing the community, hey, we are part of you. And we are not only concerned about your spiritual needs, we are concerned about your social needs, your physical needs, your intellectual needs, and whatever other needs that we can meet. So basically that's what it was about, and we are just thankful that we were able, in our own little way, to assist the Newtown Primary School.
Dominica's second town, Titus Francis, has stated that Portsmouth has shown significant signs of improvement since Hurricane Maria. The residents of Portsmouth responded very quickly after the hurricane as they began the process of cleaning and reconstructing.
I think the recovery has been smooth. It's long. It's a long road, but I think the town responded very, very quickly, almost immediately after the ravages of Maria. But I think you will see now that a lot of work has been done in cleaning up, and even in the reconstruction of homes, based on with the program that the government has initiated. A lot of effort is being put into rebuilding damaged roofs especially. So I think generally the town has shown significant signs of improvement.
Francis further indicated that the level of preparedness is one component on the front burner in the town of Portsmouth.
In terms of, well, obviously the most critical thing now is to get to the point where you are satisfied as a people that your level of preparedness is to where you would like it to be, probably not where it is supposed to be, but where you would like it to be following Maria. Like I said, there's so much work going on in rebuilding and reconstruction, but quite apart from that, we have significant economic activity taking place in the town.
And school books estimated at £18,000 have been donated to the Ministry of Education on behalf of the students of Dominica by Horder Education, a publisher based in the United Kingdom. Business Development Executive for Horder Education, Marquita Celestine, said Horder Education feels extremely grateful to be able to do its part in the rebuilding process of Dominica by donating these books after the ravages of Hurricane Maria.
Started first after the devastating Hurricane Maria, which I'm sure several of us would like to delete from our memory at this point in time. My colleagues and I got together immediately after the storm, wanting to do something, trying to figure out how we could help. We knew we had to do our part. Dominica is a part of us.
Celestine also told the students present at the handing over ceremony that people of their age are the future of this country.
In a certain degree will have a huge impact on this country and the quality of your own lives in the future. I commend you on the resilience you have shown during the challenging post-Hurricane Maria, and I encourage you to keep that spirit of resilience and tenacity and never succumb to what difficulties that may try to hold you from going to school. I personally am a believer that education can change a person's fate. I sincerely hope that all of you will fully concentrate on your studies and set your high targets. I wish you much success as you work towards achieving excellence at school.
Meantime, Assistant Chief Education Officer Dr. Jeffrey Blaise says the Ministry of Education is eternally grateful for the substantial contribution by Horder Education to Dominica's education development.
We are well aware that text material is a fundamental aspect of teaching and learning. When you hear of schooling, what comes to mind is classroom, teachers, students, and then text. And then we go down the line to parents, etc. So without text material, it will be very difficult for students to accomplish the desired gains in the educational attainment. And therefore, it's important to us as a ministry that this contribution by Horder Education was presented.
Blaise further noted that the Ministry of Education has come a long way since the passage of the hurricane, doing its utmost best to restore the educational system back to a sense of normalcy. And that we've come to the end of the Primetime News package for today. On behalf of the entire CBN4 team, I am Alian Christopher saying thank you for watching.